1 Peter 2 verses 11 to 12. Dear friends, I urge you as foreigners and exiles to abstain from sinful desires, which war against your soul. Live such good lives among the pagans, that though they accuse you of doing wrong, they may see your good deeds and glorify God on the day he visits us. Ben Sixsmith, writing in the Spectator magazine, says, I am not religious, so it's not my place to dictate to Christians what they should and should not believe. Still, if someone has a faith worth following, I feel their beliefs should make me feel uncomfortable for not doing so. If they share 90% of my lifestyle and values, then there's nothing especially inspiring about them. Instead of making me want to become more like them, it looks very much as if they want to become more like me. I think the Christians that Sixsmith is writing about, or who Sixsmith has met, they seem to not be living as foreigners and exiles in this world. So what does it mean for us? What does it mean for us to live as foreigners and exiles? Well, here Peter's saying it means to abstain from sinful desires. And it's these sinful desires which are waging war against our souls. So, we're foreigners and exiles. This world is not our home. Can you just think about that for a minute? If you are a follower of Christ, this world is not your home. What should that mean? Well, what does it mean when you're living in someone else's house, temporarily? It's not your house. It's not your stuff, but you're living in it. How do you behave? This is not our world. This is not our home. Our home is heaven. We carry heavenly passports with us if we are followers of Jesus, if we call him Lord and have given our lives over to him. And so we are foreigners and exiles here, living heavenly lives, but here, called to live heavenly lives, but on this earth. And what does that mean? Well, it means abstaining from sinful desires, because we're in a spiritual battle, a war for our very souls. And the souls of everyone around us. Because that is the reality, do we see this as the reality? That we're foreigners and exiles in a battle for our very souls? Because that's the reality, we must live such good lives amongst those who don't yet know Jesus, that our lives show them God. Thankfully, Sixsmith's experience of Christians isn't a universal experience. Duncan Green, who works for Oxfam as an aid expert, says this: I'm a lifelong atheist, but decades of working in Latin America have left me with an abiding respect for the role of faith in social change. Now, Duncan Green isn't yet glorifying God because of the good deeds that he sees Christians doing, but he's on his way there. So what about the people around you and around me? Are our lives so different, so full of good deeds, that people are asking us about why and about our faith? These words of Peter are actually words that he must have heard Jesus say, because in Matthew's Gospel, chapter 5, you see Jesus says, let your light so shine before people that they see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. See, Peter's almost taken those words word for word and put them here. That reminds us that Jesus has won the battle for our souls. The victory is won through his death on the cross where Satan was defeated. That final victory is won. The mopping up war continues, and during that time, until we reach our heavenly home, we fight. We fight with good deeds. We wage war for souls, our own and those around us. Amen.